Britain may be preparing to scale back its global diplomatic footprint by selling off parts of its £2.5 billion overseas estate, potentially shrinking its physical presence in key capitals around the world. According to the latest UK budget documents, the Foreign Office is streamlining its portfolio of around 6,500 properties, as many buildings have fallen into serious disrepair and now need costly upgrades. This development was highlighted by news outlet Politico and then picked up by Russia's RT News on November 28th, drawing fresh attention to the financial pressures on the UK's diplomatic network. The latest UK budget reportedly said, quote, "Rationalizing the overseas estate, which is comprised of around 6,500 properties, will form a critical part of this program, through which the government will identify whether there are assets to release, including in high-cost locations such as New York," unquote. The budget, released on November 26th, specifically flagged property sell-offs in expensive cities such as New York, where operating costs and maintenance bills are particularly high. One example is a £12 million luxury apartment in Manhattan, originally purchased for British diplomats to support post-Brexit trade work, which is now under scrutiny as a potential asset to be sold. Spending watchdogs have warned that Britain's overseas diplomatic estate has deteriorated badly, with many embassies and residences no longer meeting modern safety or operational standards. Nearly 1,000 Foreign Office properties worldwide have been assessed as unsafe or not fully operational, underscoring the scale of the maintenance crisis facing the government. The Foreign, Commonwealth and Development Office estimates it needs around £450 million just to clear the global maintenance backlog and bring its estate back up to acceptable condition. Parliamentary reports note that the UK has few major, big-ticket assets left after earlier selling off valuable embassy sites in Bangkok and Tokyo to raise funds. These latest moves come on top of criticism over cuts to overseas aid, spending, and reductions affecting the BBC World Service, both seen as pillars of British soft power. Analysts say the government is now making major reductions across its diplomatic network, trimming both buildings and staff as it tries to balance the books. Experts warn that ministers must carefully balance the drive for savings with the need to maintain effective, high-impact diplomatic spaces that can project influence and host important events. The Foreign Office has begun offering redundancies that could cut up to 30% of its UK-based staff, signaling a significant downsizing of its core workforce in London. At the same time, more than 250 overseas posts are under review as Britain reassesses where it needs embassies, consulates, and missions, and where it might consolidate or withdraw. Critics caution that even while the UK is strongly backing Ukraine, shrinking its diplomatic presence and soft power tools could ultimately weaken Britain's global influence and its ability to shape events.